Hey everyone, this is John. Camille, League of Legends' newest champion, is out, and already people are griping about the new OP champ. They're probably not wrong too either. She has a kit designed to maim and do so with efficiency and precision, which probably means she's a poor fit if your idea of efficiency and precision is to slap power chords all day as Sona or farm for 30 minutes as old Magnasis. Camille is a killer and she rewards those whose idea of a good time is to make the other player bleed all over the rift, and here's how. In the majority of instances, Camille's going to find herself off top lane. There are two reasons for that. She's an upper class lady with a certain minimal demand and wealth spent to make her optimally effective, and the mid lane is simply lacking in walls for her to abuse hookshot and wall dive with. The jungle's a poor fit because of the income issues, and the recent rebalancing for Krugs is especially problematic. The lack of a free level 3 off 2 camps makes it difficult to secure an early snowball at the expense of enemy players. While it's still possible with just a bit of delay by grabbing a third camp and tell a lane to hold back and let the enemy team shove in, the return to experience equity between junglers and laners makes it a lot riskier than it was at the start of preseason. So let's talk laning instead. You're going to want to max out her W, Tactical Sweep, first for the same reason why Spirit Fire Nasus is so popular these days. Controlling the lane means being able to selectively wave clear or push on command, and that's really hard with single target attack abilities like her Q, Precision Protocol. You'll likely be tempted to max out Precision Protocol for that juicy promise of a massive spike of true damage, but not only does it scale off of bonus damage anyhow, meaning it'll be better with items and kinda shitty before then, but Tactical Sweep's going to be your bread and butter poke anyhow. Precision Protocol's better thought of as a follow-up when you get that crippling 90% slow on a champion. In fact, even Hookshot and Wall Dive, Camille's Eve, is prioritized over Precision Protocol. Protocol's most effective late game when the bonus AD from your items leads into massive spikes of tank shredding true damage, but it's inferior early on compared to the flat damage and attack speed bonuses provided by landing Wall Dive. The game plan then is pretty straightforward. With Tactical Sweep to poke, you're going to end up pushing the lane by hitting incidental minions. Once the lane's pushed close enough to the sidewalls, you can hookshot in on them, slap them with Precision Protocol twice, and choose to either disengage back past the minion line or pursue them for the kill. Preferably, you time your hookshot engages with your adaptive defensives cooldown, allowing you favorable trades behind a shield with an attack speed bonus to grind out the damage. Anybody fighting you in a straight up 1v1 is going to have a tough time of it, assuming of course you've got the right items, runes, and masteries going for you. And that's where it gets complicated. Camille is capable of fulfilling two roles as a bruiser, either as in isolating tank picking fights by dropping Hextech Ultimatum on a key target and forcing the enemy team's hand to save them, or as an assassin by sliding in on targets with odd angles, thanks to hookshot, and neatly slicing them in two with true damage. Her loadout in terms of runes, masteries, and items consequently reflects this. Camille's role as an enforcer is meant to abuse her innate tankiness, the isolating mechanic of Hextech Ultimatum, and the fact that she gets a free stun on successful hookshot engages, which means she can trigger the 2017 preseason's favorite keystone mastery, Courage of the Colossus. That's potentially 3 stacking shields, based on a build centered around Trinity Force and Sterex Gauge. With a tank build based on Dead Man's Plate and Spirit Visage, she's able to take all sorts of hits while still dealing appreciable damage, especially on the initial target. Stats-wise, this means she needs to access to scaling health runes, probably Yellow Seals, on top of a spread of resistances tailored to her lane. Attack damage marks are probably a key necessity either way, making it a matter of what quintessences to run, whether to invest into more resistance to tank out a fight, or movement speed to reliably close in on a mobile target. Or you can forget about taking the fight and focus on taking out a priority target. Thanks to the angles afforded by hookshot and wall dive, and the fact that it can unintuitively pass through walls, Camille has tremendous assassination potential when built for all-out damage. And the build path still leaves her tanky too. Instead of going defensive items, Death Stance even affords a level of inherent tankiness, turning instant damage into damage over time that gets mitigated by her plethora of shielding options, while Titanic Hydra further rewards her synergy with health items while also providing a nice 450 HP on its own. While she might not be as inherently bursty as Zed or Kha'Zix, her 1v1 dueling potential and late game true damage spikes mean more relevance even late into the game when armor items shrink their windows of opportunity. An all-out offensive build also means she's especially deadly as a split pusher. Each activation of Precision Protocol, after all, works just fine on towers as it does on champions, and the true damage spike's useful when coordinating on Baron Nashor or Drakes. That does mean she wants an offensive loadout, a straight line down the Ferocity Mastery tree all the way to Fervor of Battle, so that the second activation of Protocol really hurts. But in terms of runes, it might be worth considering cooldown glyphs on top of everything else. Not only does it mean more frequent applications of Precision Protocol late into the game, but even early on you want to reduce Hookshot's cooldown, maximizing her mobility and reducing the window where the enemy team can reliably gank her. But things not to do on Camille. Ironically, building lethality items. They're a bit of a wasted stat when all you really want to do is maximize the true damage potential off Precision Protocol. Lethality stats are wasted in that regard as they don't offer more AD to boost the scaling. On the other hand, critical hits do work with Q. If you get that far ahead, an Infinity Edge isn't the worst possible option. Things also not to do, leveling Precision Protocol too quickly. For something that promises so much damage, you can get away with an awful lot just off of 1 point. The true damage bonus of it doesn't even scale with the skill rank. Instead, it grows with the overall level, so your hopes for an enhanced auto attack is tied more to your normal level progression. Finally, you shouldn't expect Camille to get away without nerfs before the end of the year. If, from all of this, you're getting a sense that she's got an overloaded kit, good, that's the point. Free attack speed, 100% scaling on true damage, massive mobility, inherent tankiness, that's a champion that's utterly devastating to leave uncontrolled. I hope this helps you out as you tackle the Steel Shadow yourself. If you have some suggestions for her as well, please let us know in the comments. And please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for future guides on new champions. You're watching Esports on PvP Live.